The first structure that we're going to be trying to improve is the desert well. This is because it seems incredibly easy to improve and, well, I need the confidence boost. I've improved the build. God, this is going to take so long to put back together. Alright, now we can actually get to the first step of improving this build. That being opening up Pinterest and searching for desert well. Yep. Not really sure what else I expected. I think I'm going to try to combine the idea of an oasis and a desert well into one. I don't think that's actually how it works in real life, but I need it to be interesting somehow, okay? Why did I even build this stupid thing up again? Why did I even bother building it up again if I'm just gonna be breaking it anyway? I'm also gonna try to not make it super detailed because I don't think that really fits my stylistic idea of what I want it to be. I don't want it to be something that looks super out of place. I just want it to look a little bit better than most naturally generated structures and definitely better than what we started with. The first thing that I'm thinking of is how can we get some more texture, right? Because sandstones are nice, right? It's got this little thing, but it's kind of, it gets old, I think. So let's take a look at the other sand blocks. This is sandstone. This is chiseled. I don't know how I feel about chiseled. I think it could work because wells are inherently a part of like civilization. So in that sense, I think it makes sense. In terms of the shape, I definitely want it to be at least semi-circular. Circles are kind of difficult in Minecraft. It is the block game after all. But I think this is like good enough as like a starting off point. I'm imagining that the outside is more kind of carved and scuffed while the inside is smooth from the water, maybe? And I think it might be more interesting visually if we can kind of layer it with the sandstone so we can kind of peek into the smooth stone. Just to kind of break it up, because this is a lot of like visual texture all at once. And I'm a little bit afraid that it's gonna be overpowering in the final build. But I also feel like it's overpowering right now, because there isn't anything else to really break it up. So I'm gonna try to build some kind of roof over it, give it a little bit more volume, and we'll see how that goes. I think I'm gonna be using stairs with walls like this, because I think it gives it a more interesting shape, and it kind of breaks it up a little more, right? So it doesn't look super monotonous, but it still feels realistic in my opinion. It is kind of just floating here. I don't know. I might have to do something about that. Maybe this, but this feels like a lot, in my opinion. I think this is better. Kind of gives it a feel like it's this architecturally interesting structure that somebody like actually carved out. I'm pretty sure in real life wells are like incredibly utilitarian, right? They only exist so that you can get water and that's it. Usually they aren't like incredibly decorative or something like that, but I think if I combine it with an oasis, it's going to give the impression that it's like the center of an important maybe settlement, maybe village, and that it's more sacred in a sense, and that it makes sense to really decorate it because it's the reason why there's life in this area. And by this area I mean like this square of sand, okay? I wasn't gonna bother to actually look for a desert well because I don't know if you know this, but you can't just use /locate. That's not how it works. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Why would you ever want to find this? Except for making a video like this, but you can't do it. And I'm just not doing it. No, you can't make me. You cannot make me do that. I am kind of feeling though like the monotony here. I really want some different kind of block to break it up, but you just simply don't have too many options for sand. I guess terracotta? Clay maybe? That could work. We have clay now. Clay pots? Pots maybe. Can I place them like this to have the... Yes! Okay. Very good, very good. I'm loving that. I'm not super certain on the chains, because chains you usually hang stuff from, right? They're not actually like very sturdy, but I do kind of want to like visually break this up because I want it to be pretty big. But I think that might be too big actually. I think, you know what, can we just do this and have it work? Something like this? Okay. I'm amenable to this. Not that one. This. No, not that. This, yeah. Okay, it's starting to come together, I think. Whoops. They make such a funny noise. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I don't hate that shape. These support rods feel very flimsy. And I don't know if I love that anymore. But I do like the fact that it's like a different color. Maybe bars? Iron bar, copper bars? Are copper bars thicker than lightning rods? No, I don't hate this. And I think I like the idea of having like a really big, one of those big, I'm gonna look up whatever it is while editing, just so that it like marks the point of interest, right? If you ever need to find the well, right, while you're moving around, you just look up into the sky. Yup, there it is. Right, that's why churches are so big and have clocks on them. I just made that up, that might not be true at all. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have used glazed terracotta. Okay, maybe not. Now I'm going to try to do a little bit of decorating. Okay, I don't know how much I forgot to record because I've been pausing and unpausing. I just added a little bit of like decoration that you would find in basically any Minecraft desert, right? You have cactuses, cactus flowers, dead bushes. I added some cacti onto the ceiling actually because we have flower pots, why not actually use them as flower pots? And just to like add a little bit of color to the build itself, because for how cool the shape is, it's kind of monotonous in my opinion. With color palettes, you tend to have this kind of rule. It's called like the 10-30-60 rule, I think. And this is like 60 and then 30, and then it's just it was just missing that little bit of spice. But I think I got it now. And yeah, I'm just thinking like what else we could do. I think maybe like very, very tiny details, like maybe some tiny little rocks, some boulders, but that really wouldn't be a part of the build itself. Okay, I watched my footage back and I realized that I put my pause and unpause button on the P key because I thought to myself, oh, that's, you know, smart, P like pause. And I forgot that P is a letter of the alphabet that you have to type when you're looking into your inventory and going, plant, right? So, whoopsie. One thing that I wanted to do is make it a little bit more functional, so I'm trying to brainstorm how to do that, but Minecraft apparently hates me. I wanted to use cauldrons, but cauldrons have like super limited usability for some reason, okay? You can't put water into them via dispenser, so you can't even have like a little bit of buildstone like, oh, you come here, you press a button, you get a filled cauldron, stuff like that. It doesn't work. I looked it up, but I didn't actually test it. Apparently in Java Edition, you can't put water above a cauldron and have the cauldron fill itself either, right? So this doesn't fill it, but in Bedrock you can? For some reason? I don't understand it. Also, apparently like oh, hi. He was attracted by my beautiful build. Apparently in a Bedrock Edition, cauldrons have like 6 levels of water, and in this one they have 3 or something. I don't know, it's confusing me. And it just, I don't get it, I don't understand. It cannot be that difficult to just make version parity, okay? I want the experience to be You go in, you flick a button, you get water. Which is completely pointless actually, because you can just walk up and get it from the perpetual source. So this is completely useless. I don't even have commentary for it anymore. I mean, I don't think it looks bad at all. I think it definitely looks better than what we started with, which isn't insane, but it's better than nothing, I think. And I'm happy with it, even if this didn't quite pan out correctly.